guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to, start a K-pop album collection, my tips and tricks on what I've done, my experience. I did upload my K-pop album collection video. I have over 200 plus albums, so definitely go and check that out. I will say I think it's been almost getting close to 6 years that I have been actually buying K-pop albums, which is crazy to me that I've been buying albums for that long. So I have picked up some tricks and tips on how to buy albums. I feel like the best way for me to actually start this video and get this video going is I'm going to talk about what you need to think and keep in mind on when you're starting a K-pop collection, how you're starting it, what you're going to do, that kind of stuff, and go from there, because I feel like that will be the better way to start this. And if you have questions, please comment them down below. That way I can answer them. Any questions that I get asked from this video, I'm gonna actually take those questions and do like a Q&A update on like K-pop album collecting. So yes, comment them down below so I have some questions to actually do a video for. And if I get more here and there, I'll probably update a Q&A, because I think this will be an actual series. But yes. Also, is the glare of my glasses bugging you guys? Because I feel like it might be. Let me know in the comments down below if you want the glasses on or off, or if it doesn't really bother you either way. Because if it bothers you, I'm going to keep them off. If it doesn't, I'm going to keep them on so I can actually see. I'm not that blind, but I could use my glasses. But yes, let's just get into the video. Okay. So when you're starting a K-pop album collection, one of the first things that you really need to think about and understand is, one, what kind of K-pop collection do you want? Do you want ultimate bias? Like, do you have one ultimate bias? Or do you have 4 or 5 ultimate biases? Or are you like me, who is a multi-fan who collects pretty much all of the groups and or solo artists? Again, go check out my K-pop album collection. That way you can see what I'm talking about when it comes to multi-fan base. But yes, I do have a huge multi-fan base, so I buy a lot of albums and I kind of go multiple ways, that kind of thing. So for sure, figuring out where you want to actually grow and start your collection from. When I started with just EXO, and that was all I was buying, was just EXO, and then it slowly started growing into other things. Also, what kind of albums are you going to buy? And what I mean by that is, are you going to buy a single one, or are you going to buy repackaged versions? So what I mean by repackaged, I mean like EXO's KPOP, where you have the 3 versions here, but then you also have the repackaged version, which is the War, the Power of Music. What kind of collection do you want? Do you want to buy the repackages and have all repackages, or all of the kind of covers for each comeback? Like for example, Super M that just came out, they have 8 albums, 1 for each member on the front of it. Like this, which is EXO's Coming Over. I have the Chanyeol's version, and they had 9 of these albums, but it's all the same album, but each cover is different. So are you going to be collecting, in a sense, for this group? Most of the time I've found SM has been the main one to do this. JYP did it a little bit with GOT7. At least that's all I've noticed of the group that they've done that for. Anyways, are you going to buy all the members for it because they are your ultimate bias, or are you going to buy, like, if you see that it's just the cover of all the members, are you just going to buy your bias? Like Chanyeol's my bias, like my main bias in EXO, so I got his. And then on some of their other ones, like this one is the Korean version, this is the Chinese version, and then this is the private version. Are you going to collect like all of the limited edition kind of ones, or are you going to buy the Korean versions or Chinese versions? When I started with EXO, I was only buying the Korean version. and I wasn't really getting any limited edition stuff. And then as I started buying, growing my collection, that's when I expanded. And then this was also the one that I started buying the repackages of. Like, I don't need it. Like, this one has 9 songs on it, whereas this one has 12. So realistically, you're only getting 3 more songs on this one here. But at the same time, if you're buying and going backwards, like if you haven't started buying any, and let's just say you want to buy these EXO ones here, because their 4th mini, is this their 4th? No, this is their 4th album. And let's just say you really like this album and you want to start collecting it, you could literally get the Power of Music, this one here, and it would have all of the songs that is on this one plus 3. Or you can get all of these in this one if you want to collect all the albums. That's pretty much what it comes down to, is for this question, what kind of albums do you want to buy? To go a little more in depth on it, again, you can buy the single like album, like this is Magic by CBX. This is also Magic by CBX, but this is a different like limited, like this was the limited Japan version. I can't even remember which one this was, but yes, like what are you gonna buy? How are you gonna buy it? What? Oh, cat, can we not be on? Thank you. So again, this just comes down to which one are you gonna buy? Are you gonna buy this one and be good with this, or are you gonna buy this one here? I wanna get, like for me personally, I would like to get this one. I wanted this one, but then there's a version that's each member individually, and I would like to get that as well, because EXO again is, obviously because I'm showing mainly EXO, they are my main group. Are you gonna buy their Kino albums? This is one of a Kino album. This one here is, let me open it. This is Shen's April and a Flower. And the new Kino albums look like this, and it has a little button up here. I would click it, but I'm recording with my phone and it would connect to that via Bluetooth. The older versions, which is like this one here, they slide out like this, and then it actually has a 3.5 headphone jack that you can actually plug it in. Nowadays, most things require just Bluetooth, and they don't have headphone jacks, so that is why they're going to just the Bluetooth here. Now, that's again, like, are you going to buy these? This is something I don't use often, Kinos. However, I do still use them. So it's again, like, is this just going to be a collector kind of thing? Are you going to actually use it? Are you like somebody who wants to use something, or not use something, you want to buy something that you're going to use all the time? This probably wouldn't be the most convenient for you, because it's not something that everybody would use. It is the most smallest thing. So if you wanted a collection of albums, but you wanted a smaller one, and instead of buying the CDs, you could buy these, and you could literally store these in like a little box, like a little shoe box, and then nobody would ever know that you have a collection like this, like if that's something you're wanting. Also, are you wanting to buy vinyls? This is Super in by NCT. This is the first vinyl I've actually ever bought. However, I did was able to get my hands on some of the Super M vinyls, and when I get all of that pre-order stuff, I will do an unboxing video for that when I get that. Also, I did buy a couple extra of these, because I did talk about in my photo card collection about doing a giveaway. So I did get a couple extras to do an actual giveaway for these. I'm just adding some other things to the giveaway. So if you have any recommendations on things that you want, also comment that down below. Let's have a conversation about this. Now that I feel like I've touched base on all the different types of album styles and that kind of stuff, the next question is, are you going to buy K-pop merch? I do buy some K-pop merch. I don't always buy them. I do, like for example, this little jar here, I made that. I make certain K-pop things. I don't always just buy it. If I can make it, I'm gonna make it. If I have to buy it, I'll buy it. But that comes down to, like, are you buying light sticks? Are you buying little fans, keychains? Are you buying the little pop like sockets, or the phone cases, or jackets, clothing, blankets, like posters, that kind of stuff? I do have like a merch collection that's K-pop related. If you want to see a collection video of that, let me know. that would be more or less just a room tour because it's throughout my entire room. But again, that's where you're gonna ask yourself, and I'm gonna buy that, and then you're gonna budget from, in a sense, like this all comes down to budgeting. You're gonna budget from your basket of albums and that kind of stuff. The next thing is, are you gonna buy their photo books or their concerts? Again, that's another thing that's going to come down to, do you want to buy that? Do you want to spend the money on that? Do you want to see the concerts if you can't go to, like, I think I only have 2 concert videos, and that is BTS Love Yourself and then Monsta X, their Seoul tour that they did. But that's, again, that's up to you on if you're going to buy that kind of stuff. So now, most cost effective when you are starting a K-pop album collection, if you have not started buying albums, you've just kind of looked at them, prices of them are not always the cheapest. So with that being said, I know looking at them and trying to buy them, and then depending on where you're buying them from, the cost of shipping is 2 times the amount of the price of the album. So let's kind of talk about that. Little fun fact about me, I live in the States, so this is all experience for me living in the States. Now, if you live like elsewhere, like overseas, like Canada, Mexico, that kind of stuff, Philippines, UK, wherever you live, it's gonna change depending on that. So this is just my experience in the US, so in the States. I feel like Canada will probably, and Mexico will probably have very similar purchase abilities, because some of the sites that I order from ship internationally, and so that will be the best way for you to get your albums. So yes, for me, I do have 3 stores that I can buy K-pop from locally, but they're like in a different city. Like, they're not in my city. Like, I'm gonna have to drive 25 plus minutes to get to each one. One of them is an hour plus drive. So it just really depends. Compared to the one that is closest to me, which is 25 minutes, it is the most expensive. The one that is like 40-ish minutes, 45 minutes, it is the one that has the more variety. It also is $4 cheaper than the one that is an hour plus away from me. So it just depends. I had to go to each one of them to actually find the best price and like see that, like, I know that store that's in the, like, literally 40 minutes away from me is $4 cheaper than the one that's an hour drive. So if I go to the one that's 40 minutes away from me and I find everything that I want from there, I'm not going to drive to the one that's an hour plus away from me, because it's going to be more expensive, but I normally find everything I want in that one. That one also has more of a selection. Like, it sells the light sticks, it does all of the like DVDs, the concerts, that kind of stuff. Like, it has the goodie, like the pop characters, everything that you can find, like, it's there compared to the other 2 stores. So that's kind of where, in my sense of my experience for a local store, I literally just had to go there and shop there. Now, the 20-minute one is quicker, and the amount that I would, if I'm spending and going to get one album, the amount that I would spend in gas, I would just rather go to the 20-minute one and pay a little bit extra for it. So that's kind of a factor for me when I buy albums locally. Now, when I buy albums online, I'm going to use my iPad, because that's going to be the best way for me to make sure I say all of the names of the online source that I order from. So there is Yes Style that I will order some if they have them on there. Some of the time that is more or less for their merch. It's not necessarily their albums. I also order from K-pop, so like ktownforyou.com. ktownforyou.com, yes, the albums are going to be cheaper. Yes, you can buy all the repackages in one. However, my experience, the shipping costs to get it from K-Town4You is not always worth it. Now, if I've only found, I think, maybe 4 or 5 items that I've actually ordered from K-Town4You where with shipping was cheaper than anywhere else. And that's the only time I've ever ordered from K-Town4You. So again, when you're buying albums, like how I do it with the stores, I also go from each online store and look to see what's going to be the best price. If you want to see an actual like walkthrough on how I actually order and where I go and kind of what I do and what I'm looking for, like an actual video of that, breaking it down of just like online ordering stuff, comment down below and let me know, because if you're interested in that, I can do that. It'll probably be easier to do a video separate for that. But basically, K-Town for you, you're gonna spend more on shipping than you're gonna spend on the album and or the products you're ordering in itself. The next thing is K-Pop Obsessed. This one is kpopobsessed.com. I haven't really ordered from that site in a good minute. If I remember correctly, the last thing I actually bought from that was like K-Beauty. It wasn't really anything like actual full like K-pop album or anything like that. The next place to buy is Yes Asia is the next site that I would order from. This one here is, in my opinion, the best one to get like older albums, like more of the, like if members have done movies or TV series and they're out like on DVD or Blu-ray, you can find it on Yes Style. You can find all the concerts, you can find all the albums. I also find a lot of like the limited edition ones. So the one that I can think of that I actually bought from is Love Me Right, the Universe edition. I found those on Yes Style. That was by EXO. Like literally when you're looking, Yes Style will have more of them. Like I said, they'll have a lot of the DVDs and the shows and stuff like that on there. So that would be one that, again, I would recommend for that kind of stuff. Now, for like albums and stuff, K-Mall 24 is another one that's good. That one, again, I find that one to be the most, in a sense, effective for me on finding, like, again, random K-pop merch, K-pop in itself, and then like K-Beauty. I really do like that place as well. Now, the last place, and actually the most frequent one I have ordered from, is Music Plaza. This is, let me see, yeah, musicplaza.com, and that one is actually based in LA, and that is the most common one I order from. That is also the main and only one that I ever really get freebies from, and they actually give free like photo cards and that kind of stuff. They just add randomness into every single purchase. When I went to LA in May, I went to the store in person, and they do like, I bought enough albums that they had to give me a little bag, like a little tote bag. They included that with it for free. They handed photo cards. In a sense, they kind of give you random goodies in a sense of how much you're buying. Like if you're buying more, they're going to give you more goodies. If you're buying like one album, they're probably just going to give you one extra like freebie. I normally, when I buy albums, I don't just buy one, because I go, for example, like right now where, like how I said, I don't have enough albums to do a full update video. It's kind of like I save up money and then I buy more albums than I normally would. If I want to buy a single one, I'll just go to the local store and do that. But that's kind of where this comes into handy. Like if you're gonna buy several albums, do it from Music Plaza. I do say that they have like the best price in the pre-order stuff. They have a lot of, most of the merch that's coming out, and that is exclusive merch or that kind of thing, or you see it on like the groups feature it on Instagram and stuff like that. Literally the majority of the time, Music Plaza has it on their site for you to pre-order. So they have their own that they'll get, and then you can pre-order it from them. And I will say I've had the best luck and the best customer service from Music Plaza than anywhere else. They are also on the cheaper end. You do have to wait a minute. Like for example, like if you pre-order, if you have items that are in the cart, sometimes, like I think it was my, which one was it? I think it was it my Tease one? No, it wasn't my Tease one. Which album was it? Oh goodness, why can't I remember which album? It was my Love Shots by EXO. I ordered those, but I also ordered some other things with them. I didn't receive them all until Love Shot actually came out, like pre-order. I don't know if it's meant to be that way or if it was just that one thing. Like, I have gotten other things that I have attached to pre-orders, so that was weird, but other than that, that's the only thing that I've ever found. And again, they have been the cheapest place that I have found, and they also do the freebies, so I would recommend Music Plaza 100%. You can also get albums from Choice Music, and again, I believe that one is also based in, it's either based in LA or that one's based in New York. I can't remember, but either way, you can get them from there, and they do like the free shipping. Music Plaza though does not do free shipping. If you select the free shipping, it'll actually do it as a store pickup. Music Choice or Choice Music as well. I haven't actually ordered from them. I only know of them because my friend has ordered from them and she liked it. I did find that, again, Music Plaza was cheaper than Choice Music, but you can still do that. I'm trying to think of where else you can order from. You can order from FYE online as well. Again, do sell K-pop albums. They do also show a lot of K-pop albums that are unavailable, so I don't always shop from there, but you can order from there. Where else? Amazon. I found the best still on Amazon for some, and this is all like from like actual stores, not like eBay sellers and stuff like that. From actual stores. That is like the order that I found them all in. And again, the top one that I would recommend is Music Plaza. I would also recommend Amazon over most of them. And if you're wanting to buy, again, like the groups or the full repackages, K-Town For You is probably going to be your better bet for that. However, again, the customs that you have to pay, because you literally pay for the customs when you're ordering it. That's literally what it is. It's not worth it. You're better off just buying the albums individually somewhere else, and you end up saving money that way. And where I would actually recommend to buy signed albums from, if you are not buying them from eBay, I would buy them from Studio PAV. It's like buykpoptickets.com or something like that. Like, they work with Studio PAV, and they are the one group that works with K-pop groups that do tours out here in the US, like North America. And I believe this one's the actual one that's based in New York, and they sell the signed copies and everything, and they actually get them all hand signed. They help sell them. They do the light sticks, they do the promotions, that kind of stuff, all of that. So that is one place you can get them from. I did also get BAV's latest one, Poison, that came out. You can buy a signed version of that. I did actually order that from, I believe it was Wave Music. Let's see. Was it Wave Music? It's where you go, and if you're wanting to vote for the Mama Awards, that's where you can get that from, and that's just an app. But from there, if none of those are cheapest or cheaper, any of that, the next best bet is to check eBay. Now, eBay is a hit and miss on what you're gonna get. At least from my experience, I have not been really 100% satisfied with everything that I have ordered from eBay, except for the fan-made merch and the like photo cards and postcards and posters and stuff like that. When it comes to albums, every single album I have gotten from eBay has come to me damaged, destroyed, like in a sense, like ruined. Like, I'm very picky on my albums, and if the corners are dented in any shape, way, or form, I'm not gonna like it. And yeah, the eBay ones have just not been the best. Now, I will say, when you do order stuff from eBay, sometimes some sellers will give you freebies, and I've ordered from the same seller where I've gotten a freebie, and the next time I ordered, I didn't get a freebie. And I don't know if that's just price point, because the first time I had ordered more, and then the second time I didn't order as much, and the first time I got a freebie, and the second time I didn't. So I don't know. Every seller is different on eBay. So I'm going to just say for eBay, order at your own risk. Again, you're probably going to be able to order a lot of the ones that I've already opened without the photo cards. If you want the photo cards, you got to be very wary and make sure that you're buying the ones that say brand new. And you can actually buy some albums where they've already opened it. And for example, like I have several of the VAV Give Me More, and I have several duplicates of photo cards that I thought about selling on eBay. And I would advertise it as anybody else has, where it's a picture with the 2 photo cards that the album comes with, and you sell it that way and you're just not surprised with it. So there is that. Alrighty guys, so I feel like I have kind of rambled and I don't really know if this was helpful. I hope it was. If there's any other questions that you have, comment down below and let me know. Also, let me know if you would like to see me do kind of a video about how I actually order it, and like me actually order some albums online. If that is something you want to see, comment down below and let me know. I think that would be a little fun, and it would actually help in a sense of how I look in the moment. Thinking now, I go through and surf through a lot of different web browsers as I'm looking for an album or a movie or any of that kind of stuff. So it really just comes down to where and what you're looking for and the price you're willing to pay for it. So like I said, if you want to see a video where I'm actually placing an order online, again, just comment down below and let me know. Also, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys! Annyeong!